It's the day we have all been waiting for, closing day. It is almost time to cue the celebration. But what really happens on closing day? This actually varies from state to state. But right here in Central Virginia area, generally the buyers receive the keys at closing and immediately take possession of the property. This does vary in some cases if the buyer and the seller have agreed on a delayed possession date, then you won't get the keys at the closing table. But most times you do. So when the transaction is closed, that means the transaction is complete. Virginia is what is known in real estate as a wet funding state. What the heck does that mean? This literally means that the transaction is funded at the closing table. Did you know a seller will actually sign their closing documents before closing day? In Virginia, the seller signs their documents first, then everything is sent to the buyer's settlement company so the buyer can sign on the agreed upon closing date. Now, let's talk about the closing day for the buyer. Before arriving at closing, you will want to make sure you have your government issued ID and a certified check of your closing funds if you didn't wire the funds from your financial institution directly to the settlement company. On the closing date, the buyer's lender funds the purchase by releasing the funds, and the new mortgage takes effect immediately. As a buyer, you just show up to the settlement company at the agreed upon appointment time, and once you sign all the documents, you will receive both legal and physical possession of the property, which means you get the keys. It is now officially your home. Afterwards, the closing company or attorney will record the new deed at the local courthouse with the county the property is located in. Once the recording has been received by the circuit court clerk, then the closing company can disperse the funds to all the parties to the transaction. Once everything has been signed and the checks have been handed over, it is all done. Everyone can breathe a big sigh of relief and break out the champagne. As your agent, I am here to guide you every step of the way throughout this entire process. I want to set you up for buying success.